JT Pells, the tax quarterback.
Yep.
So I see tons of ads on YouTube about get an Airbnb, get all these tax losses. Now those are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, though, in the office, we recommend something similar that we think works a little bit better for our clients, at least.
Yeah.
Tell us about turnkey properties.
Yeah, so turnkey properties are kind of what they sound like, but we'll go in. Basically, you buy a property that is ready to go day one. There's no real renovations you have to make. You don't need to put in a new driveway, read a new roof. It's ready to go. You buy it, and it's set, ready to go for the most part. Now, there are different companies that actually do turnkey rentals, that they find the renter, they buy a, dilapidated is not the right word, but a house that needs work. They fix it up themselves.
Fixer-upper.
Fixer-upper, yeah. Just need some TLC. And not a T-Boz, a left eye, and chili. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
That's pretty good.
You know. Like, I don't know.
Left eye, one love?
One love, left eye. Like I don't know who Andre Rison is. Come on, I'm a child of the 90s. But these house that need TLC is that somebody buys them, fixes them up, gets them ready, puts a renter in, and then sells it to a new investor or savvy investor. Doesn't have to be either one. And the benefit of it is that you buy it day one, you're making money because somebody's in there paying rent, everything's new, for the most part. And you don't fix anything, and you have a new property. And we like to tell a lot of new investors to go that route. Because while, yes, maybe you don't make as much every month because you're paying retail price for it, also, though, too, you don't need to fix anything up. Now, obviously, yes, I'm sure we're going to get burned in the comments like, oh, I got burned on this. That's the stupidest thing you could do. You don't make any money. Blah, blah, blah. But for the new investor, it's actually a really good step in the right direction. And a lot of times, out-of-state investors, they buy turnkey properties. That's not unique. That's not new to anything. But I think a lot of people don't know that.
And especially because they come with a management company.
They can,
or most of the time. I guess,
they can,
okay,
yeah. They definitely can, yeah.
And so if you're out of state like that, right?
Yeah.
You have someone taking care of it nearby. Like, you're good.
Now, obviously, there are a ton of, shisty or shifty companies. So,
I mean, that's any industry. That has nothing to do with being turnkey.
Right. But, yeah, you still want to do your due diligence. Don't buy it blind. Run your own numbers. If it don't make dollars, don't make sense. We know all that.
Yeah.
But it could be one. And kind of like you said about short-term rentals, you get very similar tax benefits for these turnkey properties. You can. While most people, you see these TikToks and maybe you don't want to buy a short-term rental. You don't want to be in the hospitality business. You just want to rent something that's fairly passive.
Yeah. So turnkey, let's say somebody's like, you know what, JT, I get that. Like, how does it work? And what I mean, because I've never invested in real estate. Like, this is real, right? I'm not playing a character right now. Yeah. I've never invested in real estate. So let's say I'm like, tomorrow I need to go to a turnkey place. Do I just find one locally? Do I go with a reference? Like, what's my first step to try and find somebody, not good, yes, but like appropriate or whatever?
From the clients I've worked with, I would start local. If you've never bought something, don't buy something across the country because it's like you're going to feel out of control, and you may be. Go locally. Most big cities should have something like this. We live in Des Moines. I know there's a few companies that do it. There's a few in Cedar Rapids, and those are tiny cities, so I'm sure there's tons in like Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth. Atlanta, yeah, we have a lot of clients there. Shout out to you, Casey. If you know, you know. You could buy these properties, and it's just a good way to dip your toe in. And most of the time, like these people who are selling them or selling turnkey properties, they know that you're not, they know that you're not savvy. You don't know what you're doing.
You're the investor,
right? They're going to help you. And honestly, really too, with their price, like the price is the price. So it's kind of like there's no real negotiating room because they'll be like, well, I'll just hold on to it and make money. Not a big deal. So like I say, it's a great way to dip your toes in. Again, I know we're going to get burned in the comments like, oh, you guys are idiots. You guys are this. You guys are that. But we want to talk to the people. This isn't for everybody. If you're savvy, like one of our clients, JP, he would never do this because he knows what he's doing. But for somebody who wants to start, you can definitely get your start this way. It's a good learning curve.
Yeah. No, that makes a ton of sense. In terms of turnkey properties, obviously every company is different. Just give me kind of a overarching answer. Let's say right now I'm a new investor, right? So I want to do turnkey. But eventually I want to be more savvy. I want to have maybe an Airbnb, like I want to have multiple doors and units. Do turnkey properties kind of give me like hands-on experience to learn? Am I able to like work with the company? Like how does that kind of go? Since I'm a novice, I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, with the turnkey one, obviously you're buying it. In theory, it shouldn't need any work, but maybe you want to do some work on it. Well, like, you don't have to start from the ground up. You have a good, in theory, you should have a house that has good bones on it. So you could start doing it yourself. You could have the management company do it. You could maybe take over those duties because, in theory, somebody's already in there. They just need to pay you now. So that would be one way, because like, you come in built in, you don't have to start with somebody and like worry about it. They do the background. And then that parlays in, you get a little more comfortable. You're like, oh, maybe I want to do this short-term thing. I hear all these people making 5 times the rent or 5 times the mortgage. And then now, because you have some experience under your belt, now you do that.
All right. Well, turnkey sounds like a good stepping stone, at least for me. Like I said, I've never invested in real estate, right? So it sounds like, hey, you know what? This is a good place to get my feet wet and then kind of hop in.
Yeah.
If people want to get their feet wet in terms of working with you or learning tax strategies like this, and hearing basically both sides of the coin, right? Because YouTube University is generally very one-sided, I think.
It is.
If they want to get in touch with you and kind of learn from you, what's the best way to do that?
You're going to want to join the email list. It's going to be in the description below. Sign up for that, and that way you get, 3 emails a week. You get a ton of tax tips and some funny things in there. And most people, when they join it, by the time that they have gotten to that 3rd or 4th email, they're like, man, these guys are really funny. It's well written. They're ready to become
Take
clients.
my money, is that what they're saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's more like we want to invest with you, but yes. Yeah, that's normally how it works.
Oh, sorry, that's my weekends, when I'm at the club with the ladies. That's my bad,
Yeah, yeah. Watch out for this guy.
Yeah. So, JT Pells, the tax quarterback, thank you.
Yep.